welcome back to our channel.
Today we'll be doing something bit weird. Like, I think it's weird. Like, if I were to see this on the internet, I'll be like, huh?
Huh?
Yeah, so basically we're gonna review the beauty blender, the original beauty blender, the authentic from Sephora, $32 beauty blender.
Yeah, the very expensive sponge.
Yeah. And basically we have never tried the sponge before. Like, we just wanted to see what's the hype on this little sponge, and like, you know, there are so many alternatives in the market. I'm just like, why would I spend $32 on this, you know?
All the while we've been using the Real Technique sponge, or like dupes, fake versions, or like the Innisfree puffs, the Korean alternative to a beauty blender. So we were really like curious. Like, I mean, like, the beauty blender hype has been around for so long.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just a phase, it's gonna stay for quite a while, right? Yeah, so many gimmicks have come and gone, like the silly sponge and all that. But this beauty blender has like stayed. So like, what's the reason behind that?
Yeah,
right?
and like, is it worth it?
We wanted to test out if this piece of sponge is worth $32 to pay. Like, is it really that groundbreaking? So yeah, we thought we would take the splurge, buy it, see how, make the decision for you. Not make the decision for you. I don't know.
So before the video starts, we just want to let you know that our lashes are from Cheshire Lashes, and I'm using the lashes in Queen of Hearts, and
I'm using the lashes in the shade, in the style Alice. And yeah, we will do a whole video all about these lashes because yeah, I think they deserve a whole video on their own.
Yep. So
without further ado, let's get into the video.
So we have dampened the sponge and we're gonna start trying now. So I'm gonna start with the Innisfree puff. This one I use almost every day, and I'm gonna be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the shade Cream Beige.
And for me, I'm gonna use the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. For foundation today, I'll be using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, but because it is in the shade Vanilla and it's a little bit too light for me, I'm gonna be mixing some of this foundation that Denise is using to darken it a little bit.
So this side of our face will be using our everyday sponges, and the right side will be the beauty blender. So let's begin.
So I've just finished applying my foundation to one side of my face. Now I'm gonna move on to concealer.
So I'm gonna be using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in shade Medium 30.
And I'll be using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye in the shade Medium. So now we will move on to the other side.
I'm so excited. I mean, I don't really know what to expect now, honestly.
Me neither.
But it should do some good shit, right?
It's like, how good can a sponge get, you know? Especially for $32. Like, I'm expecting it to like cure my myopia or something.
We should do it together.
Now I'm waiting for you.
So rude!
Right off the bat, right, I feel this is definitely much softer than this one, the Real Techniques one. Yeah, if you ask me, the texture of this is very nice. It's soft, it's moldable, you know? Yeah. Like, I can really see myself blending into my face.
Like, I can see myself blending into my face, okay.
Now I'm gonna apply my concealer with the Beauty Blender, and we're gonna see how that goes. Cause my concealer is like a thick paste-like consistency. If you've ever tried the Bye Bye Under Eye by IT Cosmetics, you would know what I'm talking about. So I'm very excited to see how the Beauty Blender blends this product. to my skin.
How do you see what's going on? What's this? Why is my head black here?
Oh yeah. Oh my god, it's hair.
Huh?
Why is there hair going down here?
No, wait, what?
I'm gonna set my under eyes with the Kat Von D Lock-It powder.
It's not blending there. I'm just gonna try to blend it in with my Innisfree.
And another thing, right? I don't know if it's my skin. Okay, wait. Let me just powder my under eyes first.
What's wrong here?
Okay, I don't know if it's my skin, right? Denise, can you see over here, right, where I use the Real Techniques? It clung onto the dry patches on my face.
Yeah.
This one that didn't.
Is it
I don't know, is it because my skin got dry patches more on this side, but this side is like significantly lesser, and this side is significantly more.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Right?
I was just about to say maybe because this one is damp, but then I realized her Real Techniques one is also damp.
Yeah. And like I do have dry skin on my cheeks, so like on both sides it's supposed to be the same thing. I don't know if it's my skin's fault, but literally the side where I use the Real Techniques sponge to apply, it like the foundation just clung onto the dry patches, whereas on the Beauty Blender side it's much better. I don't know.
So we are back with the rest of our makeup on, and thoughts.
Okay, so firstly let's talk about like the texture of the Beauty Blender, like compared to, for example, a Real Techniques sponge. How does the texture compare to a Beauty Blender, right? So personally for me, I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna say that when wetting both sponges, I felt that the Beauty Blender was definitely softer and more absorbent compared to the Real Techniques one.
Yeah,
the Real Techniques one is harder, it didn't absorb as much water. So yeah, that was just one thing to take note of. What about for yours?
Because I used the Innisfree one, as you saw, there's no water involved in this. It's just like dry and just like dab. So like it felt different. I think because for her, right, both has like water, both like you soak in water to make it bigger, and like this one doesn't, so it's like it's new for me, and like I think it's kind of hydrating. The weird part is that there was one difference that I noticed after applying on both sides. I noticed that this side of my face didn't crease as much as this side of the face, and I've never heard of like anyone saying like the Beauty Blender helped with the creasing of the makeup. I've never heard of it, but then like I noticed that my eye here creased more. This is the Innisfree side, and my hair also creased more, and I don't know how it helped with my creasing, but it did. I was very shocked about that because no matter how much concealer I use, right, it will crease.
Okay, so for the side that I applied using the Real Techniques sponge, I felt that the product, like the foundation, grabbed onto my dry spots much more than the Beauty Blender side. I feel like this is because the Beauty Blender, right, absorbs more water. So the water, the sponge is like wet and hydrated, and then it mixes with the product. So like when it applies, it's a more seamless application. That's just my theory behind it. It could also be that my skin on this side has more dry patches than this side. If you ask me if there is any major difference, I would say not really, but I can definitely see why people like the Beauty Blender, because like I went over the dry spots with the Beauty Blender, right, when I was finishing up my makeup, and it helped make it look less cakey looking and less like dry. It really definitely helped. If you're like a makeup enthusiast, then I can see why. But if not, especially judging by the price, right, would you repurchase?
For the original price, no. Maybe if Sephora has a sale, I'll definitely repurchase. I'm honestly okay with using this.
Yeah, same. Like, I'm okay with using like whatever sponge. I even use the Innisfree Dry Puff, and it's honestly totally fine. I mean, I don't know, just really for 32 bucks, and like somehow it doesn't even last that long.
Yeah, you'll get moldy.
Yeah, and
disgusting.
then you have to like throw it away after like how many? You have to throw it away after like 3 months.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is the Beauty Blender a good product? Yes, it is. Is it worth $32?
No.
Not in our opinion.
No.
So if you're someone that wears very minimal makeup and you focus a lot on your base and your skin, and like you're not on a budget like us, or like if your budget isn't spent on other miscellaneous things, for example, we use lashes, we use eyebrows, so like our makeup expenditure is a lot. So if you don't use a lot of product, right, and you like focus on your skin and your brows, then get the Beauty Blender. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yeah, but for us, right, it's just extra cost that we will incur in our makeup expenditure, and at the moment it's just not practical.
So we hope that you enjoyed this video, and
as usual, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And yeah, we will see you guys next week. Bye bye! Oh dear!
how much is the sponge? Do you remember?
Sponge?
Sponge.
The sponge like $4.
Should check.
Literally like
Get my facts right.
balls.
How much is the Beauty Blender?
The Beauty Blender was $32.
$32?
$32. Very expensive. And if you want a cleaner, it is $38. Plot twist. Oh boy boy. Okay, ready?
Ready.
On the count of 3, squeeze the
Oh my
cheese.
god.
Lay the seats,
Stop.
bounce it like the trampoline.
Living the good life full of goodbyes. My eyes are on the gray sky, saying I don't wanna come home tonight.